Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this video. What are we doing today? Right, what we're doing is we've got some drains to put in, which is really, there's nothing that's on that the sort of our side of the site, not the campsite. We've put in a new waste drain in that's got to go through a sump pump, a macerator, because the drain's lower than the septic tank that we've got. So you've seen us digging holes before in the videos. So we did all that and it was raining, so we couldn't get the camera out. But I'll just show you quickly where we've got to. So we've dug a channel, we've laid a soil pipe in it. Gravelled it with some more gravel to go in once we can get on. It's a bit wet again today. Go to a manhole so we can rod it if we need to. Through the edge. And then we go into this tank, which is a 300 litre tank. It's got a macerator and a flow switch. And then what it does then, it pumps it out on a 63mm MDP pipe, which is this one here, the black one, which we've just rolled out. It come in a coil, and we're just trying to get it so it's workable. So yeah, that's an underground pipe, and this pump will pump up to 6 metre head, and around about 30 metre run. So yeah, so that's today's job. What I'm doing is today, I'm just wanting to get this settled in. We've put a concrete base in the bottom. I want to get it backfilled, but before I do all that, I want to just test it. So I'm just going to connect that black MDP pipe temporary, and then just fill this tank with water. Just make sure the pump runs, kicks in, and everything, and then we can backfill it with gravel. And then when it dries out a little bit, we can get the tractor on and the mini digger again and get this dug out. And the good thing about the 63mm pipe, we only have to go down about 200mm really, and it doesn't matter if we got the fall on it. Obviously with the soil pipe, because it's gravity, we've got to get like a 1 in 40 fall, so for every 40 metres we try and drop a metre. Yeah, so I'll get the water on and we'll get this tank filled up, and then we'll see if it kicks in and pumps away. I'm just going to pinch the water supply off the campsite supply, but they're all isolated at the minute. What we do is we isolate it, open all the taps, so when it gets cold we don't have any burst pipes. So I'll just turn all these taps back off again, and then I can put the water on. Right, we're running a hose pipe up into the manhole there. We're getting us fall. So what happens next is the tank will fill up, the float switch will kick in, and it'll discharge it through this valve. You've got a non-return valve there, the white thing. That stops any waste coming back into the tank. So I'll get this black pipe connected on now, temporary, before that pump kicks in, and we'll just make sure everything works as it should, and then we can get it all backfilled then round here. You got it in?
No, shag, it's up here, not there. I need to move my leg now.
Go on then. If you can you go back to there now and try and lift it again? We're not a million miles away then. Apart from that's right down there, hang on. Yeah. That's it, go on. Lift it a bit more. Like that. Boom. She's in, I think. Oh, shit. No. Nearly. Go on, push. Push. Right, we've got the pump live. That little red float switch there, you can see it. Once that gets up to the top, this should kick in, run down there and spit it out there. That makes sure it's working. So it's just a waiting game now. There she goes, she's running. It's not leaking and there she goes. One tank emptied. Right, that's all working, so we're going to get this filled in now, backfilled up to that point just so we can tidy up a little bit. We'll dig the rest of it in this weekend. Then I'm going to have a shower and load the camper up. We've got another DJ gig tomorrow night, New Year's Eve. And it's about a couple of hours away, so we're going to go in the camper, stay up there and then come back New Year's Day. So yeah, let's crack on. Hey guys, it's freezing this morning, New Year's Eve. Taking motorhome out. We've got a gig, a DJ gig, back up from where we used to live, about a couple of hours away. So rather than rush back middle of the morning, we can stay in the car park. So we're going to put all the gear in the motorhome, go up there, do a New Year's Eve gig, stay up there and come back tomorrow. So we'll get it loaded up. We've never done a DJ gig in a motorhome before, but it's always a first. That's it, everything's in. Looking forward to a good gig. Soul and Motown tonight, which is my favourite, to be fair. That's what 90% of gigs will do. So yeah. See you in West Yorkshire. Happy New Year guys. New Year's Day. Just got back from the gig from last night. Really good gig, to be fair. Must have enjoyed it. They've booked me again for next year and they might want me a few days during the year as well, so that's good news. New Year's Eve, they're not what they used to be, I don't think. I think COVID killed it a bit, Millennium killed it. Places aren't as busy anymore as they used to be, but yeah, it was a good night. But yeah, we're going to get the camper washed off now because the salt on the roads is absolutely horrendous. So we're going to give this a wash and then we're going to decide what we need to do with it. We've had it since new, it's 9-year-old. We're great motorhome, but it's just too big for me and Julia now. Obviously Oliver and Callum have grown up, they don't come with us anymore. So do we swap it for something a bit smaller? We just don't know what to do. Getting one that quality now is ridiculous money, absolutely ridiculous. So we're thinking of maybe a van conversion, something a bit smaller. Plus we don't get off as much as we used to do. But yeah, we'll get it washed off and then I'm going to chill out for the rest of New Year's Day. Hi guys, back on the filling job today. We're going to start fitting this out. It's dry outside, but it's about, well, it said it's -2, but wind chill's about -9 it says, so too cold for me. So we're just going to crack on when I get insulation down, put a laminate floor down, and then I can leave a gap for any expansion, and then I'm going to insulate the walls with Kingspan, 25mm Kingspan, which should just, will go between these and give me a little bit of room to put any electrics in, put a few sockets in, a switch, lighting, and then we'll get it all boarded out and decorated. Hopefully within a week or so it should be done. We'll just use it as a filling job when we can't get outside. So yeah, we'll crack on and get this insulation down. The floor insulation down. This insulation went under the floor when it were in its original position. Somehow we've managed to shrink the shed, because now it doesn't fit with about 20mm. When we fixed the walls, we've obviously brought in 20mm or 10mm either side. So I'll just trim it up and then we'll start putting some laminate flooring down. And like I said, the walls then will sit on the laminate flooring. We can leave a gap, because it will expand, especially putting it down this time of year, it'll shrink and expand quite a bit. So if we give it 15mm all the way around, and then we put in a 20mm board on, you won't see it, but it gives it room to move then. So yeah. We've got rid of the damp as well. I know it looks like there's damp there, but that was the old, what we're penetrating it before. We've refelted the roof and it is holding. So, like I said, it was a temporary measure to refelt it. We are going to put proper PVC roof tiles on once the weather picks up a little bit. We're just running out of light, but there you go. One floor finished. Sweep up. And I'll go fetch the king span. And we'll put it between these joists. Well guys, as you can see from the pond, it's a cold morning this morning. Really cold. Yeah, it's absolutely freezing. It's about -4. Wind chill says -10. Early morning, 8 o'clock. And we forecast snow. You can see from those clouds it's looking like it's on its way. We've forecast about 3 centimetres, which is not a lot, but trying to do anything outside, it's a bit of a nightmare. So I'm going to go back into the new reception and carry on in there a little bit today. We're really struggling this time of year for content for you guys, and if anybody wants to know anything or anything you think might be good to put in the videos, if you could leave in the comments, give us some inspiration. Like I say, once we hit March and we start opening, hopefully there'll be a lot more interesting with the videos. I don't want it to become a DIY sort of channel, but obviously this time of year when we're closed, we are just doing modifications and alterations. But yeah, I think next week I'm going to do sort of a desktop one, sort of look into the finances of what we did in 2025 being our first year, whether it's viable, whether, you know, what we know it wasn't viable really last year. It was first year. We've spent a lot of money doing certain things to the site, probably again this year, but we'll have a look and see where we are and what we can do to improve things. Yeah, just having a walk around this morning. Like I say, have a walk around before I have a coffee. Got my insulated overalls on, so it's not too bad on the body. It's just the hands and the head. But yeah, lovely time of year. Ground's rock hard, absolutely rock hard. Going to move this wildlife camera. We've had a couple of rabbits, an hare I think, but the trees keep setting it off there, moving with the wind. So we're going to try and put it somewhere else, and hopefully we'll get some footage to put on. Like I said, we have had deer and things on, but I think it's even too cold for deer. Some wind, quite a few branches down. Alex here said it was going to snow. So cold. Yeah, well, we've got bad weather. We just thought we'd do a few maintenance jobs. We've had an oil leak on the tractor on this front hub, so we're just going to whip wheel off, see if we can find out where it's coming from, check oil level, and then order a part. We've also got a slow puncture as well. Got a nail in tyre there, so we need to get that sorted as well. got wheel off. We're just going to nip into town and see if we can get this puncture repaired on this tractor tyre. Eh? Alright, that way. You managed that?
It's heavy now, it's got air in.
Job done. Oil levels alright in diff and in hub. Punctures repaired. And it's brightening up. Yeah, well that's it for another week, guys. Thanks again for watching. I hope you all had a great Christmas and a great New Year. And we'll see you all again next week. Thanks guys, have a good week, bye bye.